Lil Durk's first night in prison marked a pivotal shift, unraveling a legacy built on loyalty, resilience, and fame. Facing federal murder-for-hire charges, the Chicago rap icon found himself caught in a system scrutinizing his every move. From alleged betrayals within his Only the Family, OTF collective, to the broader impact on drill music, his incarceration shook the foundations of his career and the genre he helped define. The heavy steel door clanged shut as Durk, born Durk Banks, was led to his cell in Broward County Jail. This wasn't just another routine processing. It was the stark reality of a world crumbling within hours. His first night wasn't just isolating. It was a brutal wake-up call, exposing the fragility of his achievements, reputation, and life. His arrest had already sent shockwaves through the music industry and the streets, casting a shadow over the legacy he had built as a voice for Chicago and a symbol of hope against violence. Broward County Jail is notorious, plagued by neglect and danger. Survival depends on alliances and reputation, and for someone as high-profile as Durk, fame became both a shield and a target. Rejecting protective custody, he opted for the general population, a bold statement, but also a gamble. In the main line, fame offers no protection. It only heightens vulnerability. Whispers about his alleged role in orchestrating retaliation for King Von's 2020 murder swirled among inmates. For some, it was seen as a power move. For others, just another chapter in a tragic cycle of violence. Either way, his presence was volatile, a potential trigger for chaos. Just weeks earlier, Durk had been celebrated as a hometown hero. Through his Neighborhood Heroes Foundation, he had earned an honorary key to Broadview for his philanthropic efforts. Community leaders and even Chicago's mayor, Brandon Johnson, lauded his work. But inside the prison walls, none of that mattered. The honors, the respect, and the image of a man striving for change felt distant and tenuous. The fallout was swift and public. Broadview's mayor revoked the key, citing his arrest as a breach of the community's moral standards. The rejection was a stark blow to the carefully crafted image of redemption Durk had worked so hard to establish. Even Mayor Johnson, who had accepted a $150,000 campaign donation from Durk's company, faced growing calls to return the money.
Asking me if I should make a judgment on a black man before a full trial has actually come to fruition. I hope you do understand why it is not my position to determine the outcome of someone's life.
Suddenly, Lil Durk's reputation was no longer just his own. It became a liability for everyone who had supported him. His decision to remain in the general population came with risks that extended far beyond the cell walls. Broward County jails are notorious, with 21 inmate deaths reported since 2021. Activists, including the NAACP, have criticized the system's negligence, and for someone like Durk, the dangers were magnified. As the hours of his first night dragged on, the weight of his reality settled in. He wasn't just another inmate. His fame made him a potential target for violence or exploitation. Every glance from another inmate, every sound echoing through the dim halls, carried an air of uncertainty. Supporters took to social media to offer words of encouragement. An Instagram user, 900burra, shared details of a phone call with Durk, reassuring fans that he was staying strong. "I'm holding up, bro," Durk reportedly said during the call. "Just trying to stay focused and keep my head up." But even in those words, the gravity of his situation was clear. Durk wasn't just battling the system. He was struggling to preserve everything he had built. His first night in jail marked the start of a public unraveling. The charges against him suggested he was still tied to the world he had claimed to leave behind. An FBI affidavit alleged the murder-for-hire plot was meticulously planned, with witnesses stating that flight tickets for the alleged hitman were purchased using credit cards linked to Durk's OTF collective. These weren't just accusations of violence. They pointed to premeditation and power. For a rapper whose career was built on authenticity, the allegations cut deep. Durk's music had always mirrored the harsh realities of street life, but now those lyrics were being scrutinized as potential evidence of something darker. The streets watched as opinions split. Some viewed his alleged actions as justified retaliation for King Von's death, while others saw them as a tragic inability to escape the cycle of violence. As dawn broke on his first morning in jail, the questions surrounding Durk's future loomed larger than ever. Could he survive the perils of Broward County's notorious jail system? Would he clear his name and restore his reputation? Or was this the beginning of the end for a man who rose from Chicago's South Side to become one of hip-hop's brightest stars? Lil Durk's arrest is not just a blow to his music career. It marks the start of a dangerous and complex legal battle that could define his life. Behind the headlines lies a web of accusations, evidence, and consequences, painting a grim picture of what's ahead for the rapper. As the details emerge, one thing is certain: Lil Durk faces one of the toughest fights of his life, with his freedom, reputation, and legacy all at stake. At the center of the case is a federal charge accusing him of conspiracy to use interstate facilities for murder for hire resulting in death. Prosecutors allege he orchestrated a plot targeting Quando Rondo, referred to as TB in court documents. The feud stems from the 2020 death of King Von, Durk's close friend and fellow OTF member, during an altercation with Rondo's associates. Prosecutors claim Durk sought revenge by placing a bounty on Rondo's life. The alleged plan unfolded in August 2022 when hitmen, reportedly financed by Durk and OTF, traveled to Los Angeles to track Rondo. The mission ended with the fatal shooting of Lupab, Rondo's relative, at a Beverly Boulevard gas station. The prosecution's case is built on substantial evidence, including surveillance footage, financial records, and witness testimonies. Documents reveal credit cards linked to Durk were used to book flights, hotels, and rental cars for the suspects. A text allegedly sent from Durk's phone to an associate read, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me," which prosecutors argue shows an attempt to hide his involvement. Surveillance footage reportedly shows the suspects following Rondo's car, leading to the fatal shooting. Witnesses have provided statements confirming Durk's role, though their identities are protected for safety. The indictment also names 5 co-conspirators charged alongside Durk, adding complexity to the case. At its core is OTF, Durk's collective. While OTF has elevated Chicago talent, prosecutors claim it operates as a gang involved in violent crimes. The dual nature of OTF, both a music label and a street-linked entity, now poses a legal liability, as its connections to street culture are under intense scrutiny. Resources allegedly used to fund the murder-for-hire plot, including travel arrangements and the acquisition of weapons, strike at the core of Lil Durk's efforts to reshape his image. Over the years, he has worked to present himself as more than just a street rapper, launching initiatives like the Neighborhood Heroes Foundation and collaborating with political leaders to uplift Chicago's youth. Now, those efforts risk being overshadowed by these dark accusations. If convicted of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, Durk faces potentially life-changing consequences, including significant prison time or even life without parole. Additional charges involving firearms in furtherance of a violent crime carry mandatory minimum sentences. Beyond legal penalties, prosecutors are seeking forfeiture of assets tied to the alleged crimes, including cash, vehicles, and possibly even music royalties. For someone who rose from Chicago's South Side struggles to global stardom, the stakes couldn't be higher. His legal team faces an uphill battle as they prepare to challenge the prosecution's narrative. They may question the evidence, arguing it relies heavily on circumstantial details and unverifiable witness accounts, challenge witness credibility due to anonymity, and dispute the intent behind his financial ties to OTF. Highlighting Durk's philanthropic efforts, they may attempt to present a nuanced view of his character. However, this defense faces a significant hurdle: the alleged betrayal from within his own camp. When news broke of Lil Durk's arrest, fans and critics were stunned by revelations of an informant within his OTF crew. Known for its unwavering loyalty, OTF appeared impenetrable, but the arrest exposed internal fractures. Central to this betrayal is an alleged informant referred to as OTF Jam, a longtime associate accused of cooperating with authorities for years. This breach of trust has sent shockwaves through OTF and the rap world, leaving fans questioning the loyalty that once defined the group. According to court documents, Jam had been wearing a hidden wire, gathering evidence that played a crucial role in Durk's arrest. Jam's story is marked by stark contrasts. After serving a 12-year prison sentence for attempted murder, he was released in 2022 into a world vastly different from the one he left. Upon his release, Durk reportedly supported Jam financially and emotionally, reinforcing their bond, a bond that now appears to have been broken in the most devastating way.
He said, Jam, get out that jam, I'll give him 50, he ain't gotta ask again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta ask shit, bro. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Reports suggest that Jam began cooperating with federal agents shortly after his release, gathering incriminating evidence against Lil Durk and OTF. This betrayal is especially poignant given Jam's history with the group. Formed in 2010, OTF was more than a music collective. It was a family forged in Chicago's drill music scene. However, authorities allege that OTF functioned as more than a music label, operating as a hybrid organization with ties to criminal activity. Lil Durk's music has often been praised for its raw honesty, reflecting his life's struggles and victories. In hindsight, some of his lyrics appear to foreshadow the betrayal that would later shake his world. Tracks like Pell Coat now resonate differently with fans, who speculate that Durk was hinting at internal conflicts and misplaced trust. Even before his arrest, signs of Durk's heightened awareness of looming betrayal were apparent. Reports of him allegedly attempting to flee before police arrived suggest he suspected something was amiss. Past incidents, such as the 2021 home invasion at his Brazelton, Georgia residence, further paint a picture of a man growing increasingly wary of his surroundings. Durk's wariness wasn't unfounded. In a 2022 interview, he recounted a chilling moment when someone unexpectedly showed up at his house, raising questions about leaks within his circle. This, combined with Jam's betrayal, underscores the fragile balance between fame, trust, and survival in the rap world. Even before the betrayal became public, rap mogul 50 Cent had offered Lil Durk some sage advice. During an interview with The Breakfast Club, 50 Cent shared a conversation they had after collaborating on the theme song for Power Book 4, Force. "You just have to watch them," 50 warned, reflecting on the treacherous nature of entourages and loyalty in the music industry. The parallels between 50 Cent's experiences and Lil Durk's current struggles are striking. Both have faced fame's complexities while dealing with entourages harboring hidden agendas. "If you got pulled over and you're not in jail, why are you not in jail?" 50 joked, emphasizing the need to question loyalties. Unfortunately, 50's warning came too late to prevent Jam's betrayal, which now stands as a bitter reminder of the vigilance required in balancing music and street life. Jam's alleged role as an informant has become a focal point in the indictment against Lil Durk. Reports claim he provided federal agents with insider details about OTF's operations, including financial logistics of criminal activities and coordination of violent acts. According to court documents, Jam's cooperation helped establish a timeline for the alleged murder-for-hire plot targeting T.I. and Quando Rondo. Recordings provided by Jam reportedly captured Durk, referred to as Co-Conspirator 1, using coded language to orchestrate the plot, making his betrayal pivotal to the prosecution's case. What makes Jam's actions even more shocking is his history with OTF. Interviews reveal he once spoke fondly of Lil Durk's support during his incarceration, describing their bond as unshakable. However, this loyalty seems to have eroded, with personal grievances, such as feelings of neglect by Durk, possibly driving his decision to cooperate with authorities. This betrayal has ignited heated debates within the hip-hop community, with figures like Chicago rapper King Yella weighing in on the unfolding drama. Industry veterans Wack 100 and DJ Academics have also weighed in on the controversy, offering contrasting perspectives on Jam's cooperation. While Wack 100 has openly questioned the erosion of loyalty in high-stakes environments, DJ Academics has speculated that Jam's actions might be a calculated response to feeling overlooked or undervalued by Lil Durk. This division among industry figures reflects the broader challenges faced by artists who navigate the intersecting worlds of music and street credibility. The line between loyalty and betrayal is often blurred, leaving artists vulnerable to shifting dynamics within their inner circles. The indictment against Lil Durk paints a damning picture of OTF's alleged activities, describing the collective as a hybrid entity blending legitimate music ventures with organized crime. According to prosecutors, key evidence provided by the informant includes details of financial transactions, travel arrangements, and communications tied to the alleged murder-for-hire plot. The indictment outlines specific acts such as procuring firearms and coordinating movements, all reportedly facilitated by Jam's cooperation. For Lil Durk, the legal battle ahead is not only about clearing his name, but also confronting the betrayal that led to his arrest. This case serves as a stark reminder of the risks inherent in maintaining ties to street culture while pursuing mainstream success. Jam's betrayal has left an indelible mark on Lil Durk's career and the legacy of OTF. Once a symbol of unity and resilience within Chicago's drill scene, the collective is now grappling with accusations of criminal activity and internal discord. Drill rap's uncertain future. The arrest of Lil Durk has cast a shadow not just on his career, but on the future of drill rap itself. As a genre rooted in raw authenticity and the harsh realities of Chicago's streets, drill has always walked a fine line between artistic expression and the violence it often depicts. Durk, alongside pioneers like Chief Keef, was instrumental in taking drill from local notoriety to global prominence. Now his legal troubles threaten to destabilize a movement that has already been strained by tragedy and scrutiny. Drill rap, which emerged in Chicago around 2010, captured the unfiltered stories of survival from the city's most dangerous neighborhoods. Tracks like Chief Keef's I Don't Like in 2012 set the tone with pounding beats and unapologetic lyrics, while Lil Durk added emotional depth and storytelling to the genre's aggressive sound. From its roots in Chicago, drill evolved into distinct subgenres, including UK drill with its darker beats and intricate wordplay, and Brooklyn drill, which fused the style with New York's swagger. By the late 2010s, drill had become a global phenomenon. However, the genre's rise has been accompanied by increasing scrutiny. Its association with street violence has drawn widespread criticism, and the deaths of prominent drill artists like Pop Smoke, FBG Duck, and King Von have underscored the dangers tied to the lifestyle reflected in the music. Lil Durk, as one of the last mainstream torchbearers of drill, embodied the genre's resilience and mainstream appeal. His arrest in 2024 on murder-for-hire charges targeting Quando Rondo has placed drill rap at a crossroads. Durk's legal troubles come at a time when drill rap is already in decline. Brooklyn drill has been hampered by legal battles involving artists like Chef G, Sleepy Hallow, and K-Flock. In Chicago, many of the genre's pioneers have faded from prominence, leaving drill without clear successors to carry the torch. Even as some drill artists have left music or faced their own legal challenges, the genre's survival hangs in the balance. Lil Bibby transitioned into a music executive, while G Herbo's career has been interrupted by his own legal battles. Without Lil Durk, drill loses one of its most prominent figures, a voice that resonated beyond Chicago. His absence creates a void that few, if any, are positioned to fill. Even before Durk's arrest, drill rap was undergoing a transformation. The gritty, violent narratives that defined its early years have started to give way to softer, more commercial interpretations. Artists like Ice Spice introduced sexy drill, a lighter, flirtatious take on the genre. Tracks like Munch, Feeling You, prioritize viral appeal over the raw aggression that once defined drill. While this shift has brought new fans, it has diluted the genre's essence. Artists like Jodis have criticized drill's splintered identity, calling it the worst rap genre of all time due to its evolution into subgenres like country drill and sexy drill. Drill's potential collapse reflects a broader struggle in hip-hop, the tension between authenticity and commercial success. Drill's authenticity was its greatest strength, but also its biggest liability, with its ties to street life drawing both admiration and scrutiny. Artists like Chief Keef, Pop Smoke, and King Von faced immense pressure balancing their realities with their careers, often with tragic consequences. Lil Durk's arrest highlights this tension. As an artist, he elevated drill's sound and reach while staying true to its roots. Now, his struggles serve as a cautionary tale about the cost of maintaining authenticity in a world that demands compromise. Despite these challenges, some believe drill still has a future. Joe Budden recently praised Chief Keef for his ability to rebrand and distance himself from the violence tied to the genre. He took advantage of the opportunity, rebranded, and is now recognized as the godfather of Chicago drill music, Budden said. Chief Keef's move to Los Angeles in 2014 allowed him to escape the cycle of violence and grow artistically. His evolution offers a potential blueprint for drill's survival, blending change with the core elements that make the genre unique. Artists like 41, Sugar Hill D-Dot, and Raw Swish are still active in the drill scene, keeping its original spirit alive. However, as Lil Durk faces the fight of his life in federal court, drill rap stands at a crossroads. The genre that once dominated playlists now risks fading into niche obscurity, like horrorcore and other once prominent subgenres. Yet, drill's impact on hip-hop is undeniable. It gave a voice to the voiceless and illuminated the harsh realities of urban life. Even if its mainstream moment passes, drill's legacy will endure in the stories it told and the artists it inspired. For now, the question remains: can drill adapt and survive without Lil Durk? Or will his arrest mark the end of an era? The answer will shape not just the future of the genre, but its place in the ever-evolving landscape of hip-hop.